Welcome back to the news. As mentioned at the start of our bulletin, a crucial meeting of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party Central Committee is being held under the auspices of party chairman President Maithripala Sirisena at the President's official residence in Colombo. State Minister Lakshman Yapa Abeyewardena said at the meeting a request will be made for the SLFP MPs who voted in favour of the no-confidence motion against the Prime Minister to leave the government.
16 SLFP members who are in the ruling party voted in favour of the no-confidence motion, which was taken up in Parliament on the 4th of April. 23 UPFA MPs, including the General Secretaries of the UPFA and SLFP, did not attend the vote.
None of those who raised their hand for this betrayal can remain in the cabinet. If I am acting against my Prime Minister, I will place my vote after stepping down from my position. No minister has a moral right to be against the President or the Prime Minister. If so, we have to switch to the other side just as we came in. I do not have the moral right to remain in cabinet if I am not supporting the government as a minister. If I had abstained, I would resign immediately rather than waiting until I am told to do so by the President or the Prime Minister. That should be the policy. They voted in favour of a no-confidence motion brought in by themselves. We are expecting a solution to this from our leader. So it would be best if they step down from their posts without any regard for their positions.
It was reiterated today that the 16 SLFP MPs who voted in favour of the motion are ready to let go of their positions in the government.
Let's move together as the Sri Lanka Freedom Party without splitting. It is difficult to work with this unity government. So let's take a decision as a party and work towards our own goals, our identity, while strengthening the President. The 16 of us are not forming a separate gang. We used our vote based on a policy. Our position right now is to defect from the government and join the opposition. 23 of us, which is a majority of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, took a decision together to keep a strong backbone and protect the government and the President. The fact the number 23 is greater than 16 goes without saying. This is not the time for the SLFP to split. It was Mahinda Rajapaksa who split the party at the previous election to create the flower bud. I was always of the opinion that if we are using our vote, we have to step down from our ministerial positions. I made this proposal on the 2nd as well. I told them I was ready to step down, but the people of this country should know if that had happened, this country would be run by an entirely united National Party government.
Meanwhile, the United National Party says they could form a single party government if they want to.
The United National Party is strong enough to take this government forward on its own, but we have made a commitment not to do that. We are bound to make a real change for this country. The joint opposition should think about breaking up the powers of the Prime Minister and forming a caretaker government. We should get ready for the next elections under this government if we are to reap the complete advantage of the public mandate. We are ready to accept them with open arms, but they shouldn't do it. They should remain in the ruling party and carry the internal struggle against Ranil forward. I am with the President on this. Don't leave, stay.